Hi, and welcome to another episode of the Dollhouse. I hope everyone had a safe and happy Halloween. And can you believe it's November already? I remember a couple months ago I was going through in my mind all of the crafts I needed to get done in time for Christmas and how if I did this much each day I would totally be on track to coast through November. Well, wouldn't you know, I got none of that done. And so I am going to be scrambling all through November to get my Christmas stuff done. I don't have a whole lot to show you. Last week I said that if there was a week I got a lot of crafting done, it was because I was avoiding something. Well, I quit avoiding something and actually got some stuff done, which means my crafting suffered. So I did get a little bit more of my sweater spin done. Not a whole lot, just a couple strips off of bats. It's something though, every little bit helps. That's the Shetland wool that I got at Shepherd's Harvest Festival a couple years ago. Super soft. The bats have more hay in it than the stuff I hand carded. That's kind of a bummer. I've been picking a lot of it out as I go. A lot of it falls out during plying too, and then I guess I'll just pick out the rest as I knit, but oh well. Most of it's hand carded, so there should be less in the hand carded stuff, but I have the drum carded bats out, so might as well use them up. I did get some of my Christmas project done. I done some more knitting on my pillow. I've got to be about, this project has a lot of my hair in it. Probably about 2/3 of the way done. This case kind of wraps around the pillow like an envelope and buttons behind. That's why it's so long. Yeah, seams up the sides. So I should be able to finish this week, I'm hoping. If I knuckle down and do it, I should be able to get it done, and then I can pick out some cute buttons. I love to pick out buttons. Button shopping has been one of my favorite things as long as I can remember. So there's that. Another thing I did finish was I finished my plying of the wool and Angora yarn. This is right around 2 ounces. I had an ounce of Angora, and I don't know how much of the wool I used, but about an ounce. So 2 ounces, and I have about 340 yards here. So there is a lot. I'd say it's pretty solid in the lace category. Maybe into light fingering in a couple spots, but generally a lace weight yarn. And it's really soft. The Angora fluffed up really nice, and I think it's going to make for a really nice project. So there is that. Another thing I did, oh, I forgot the magazine. Shoot. Months ago now, I had signed up for a spin-along. I bought the fiber for a spin-along in the Sweets Off the Wheel Ravelry group. And I got the fiber and I just kind of stared at it. It was blended tops, which it's wool that comes in a long strip. And a lot of times when you get tops dyed, you know, there's a section that's one color and a section that's another color, and it goes that way. A blended top, the colors run the length. So it spins a heathered yarn. And in the past, I have not very skillfully spun those. I had a top that, oh, it was so pretty. I ordered it. It came from Finland. And it was black, and it had like electric purple and lime green. Just really, really pretty in the braid. But for some reason, I chose that top to try spinning my thinnest yarn, just to see how thin I could go. And when you do that, you lose all the colors. Hey, quiet down, please. The thinner the yarn, the less the color stands out, and it just kind of blends together. So I have kind of a purpley gray yarn. If you get really close, you can see, oh, there's orange in there too. You can see the other colors, but it just, I was really bummed to lose that like wow factor that had in the wool. So I got these blended tops, and I knew I wanted to spin a fat single, and leave it as a single, so you would see more of the colors. And the fat yarn would preserve the color, but I just couldn't find a project that suited the yarn I wanted to make and the amount of fiber I had. It was because I had ordered 12 ounces, and it wasn't quite enough to make a large project, but it's too much to make a small project, and I don't know. So I just let it sit. And I was at the grocery store, and I always check out their knit and crochet magazines just to see if there's anything good. And I saw a vest that I really liked, and it was just really cute. So I brought it home and I was looking at it, and it called for about 15 ounces of wool. And I looked up the yarn they used, and it was a fat single. I was like, oh, that is perfect. But I didn't want to be short on fiber, so I went through my stash and I found 2 other braids of wool that kind of coordinated with my spin along fiber. And yeah, so the vest is striped, so I divided for the stripes. I figured out which order I wanted them to fall, and I have 2 bags. So this is, what was it? I had 12. This is probably 18 ounces of fiber total, all divided up and ready to go. I really want to spin it. That's actually all I want to do right now is work on this, but I have so much other stuff to do I haven't been able to get to it. So these bags have just been taunting me. They sit there and the kids mess with them, and I have to take them away, and then they find them again, and I have to take them away again. But yeah, so I'm going to make a vest that's striped these colors. My favorite braid in here is this reddish one. And I actually thought about pulling that one out and making something separate, but I think it's going to look really nice. So that's it for my crafting. I'm going to be spending a lot of time, hopefully this week, getting Christmas stuff done and over with. But, hey, quiet down. But as far as what was keeping me from my crafting, or what I was using my crafting to hide from, I was actually asked to submit stuff for a Beachbody infomercial for 21 Day Fix Extreme that they're working on. And it was a lot of work, and I had to film a lot of stuff. I had to film an interview, and I had to film myself doing workouts and using the containers. And it was really hard to get the filming done because I needed to have natural light, and there's only really one place in my house that gets a lot of good natural light that would be suitable to film against, and at a time when it was quiet. So it took me a few days to get the interview done, and when I finally had a moment to do it, I was quick scrambling. I decided to tape my interview in front of the piano because I thought it looked like elegant and stately, and there's not a lot of chaos going on over there. So I'm quick like dusting the piano. I had just laid Sophie down, and I'm like, I gotta get as much of this interview knocked out as I can. So one of the kids hit a rubber cockroach on top of the piano. And it turns out they hid it there because it was stolen, but yeah. So I'm scrambling, trying to get that done. I had a selfie stick propped up with some boots, wrapped in blankets to hold it up to tape my interview. That's what forced me to get my video under control for the podcast, actually, is the taping for the Beachbody stuff. And yeah, so I got my interview done, and I also had to submit some pictures from before. And I did not have a lot of pictures because I started 21 Day Fix Extreme so soon after Sophie was born. So I had to go way back and get pictures from after Ainsley. So I got my pictures together. That was the easiest part. And then it was time to do the workout videos, and that was crazy because I needed Darren to be there. I could only do it on the weekend. I needed him to hold the phone. So we're like frantically just cleaning everything within camera range. We threw a bunch of junk in the porch, and we quick taped my workout parts, but he wasn't home to help me. We didn't get the container stuff taped, and I was just like, oh my gosh. No, it took weeks for me to get this done, and it was just weighing on me like, oh, I need to get this done. And, but I only had certain windows of time I could do it. But finally, to get my container stuff done, I lashed my selfie stick to the kids' Doc McStuffins play place thing and did it. I actually posted that on my Facebook page. So yeah, that video was for the Beachbody infomercial. But the funny thing about this to me is I don't have TV. I don't know if they're going to use any of my stuff. If they do use it, I don't know how much they're going to use, but I will never see it. Even if they use it, I won't see it because we don't have regular TV. We used to, and then I cleaned the cords around the TV, and I got rid of our VHS player because it didn't work anyway. And everything that was hooked up before is hooked up again. But now the TV doesn't work. And I know it's with the TV because I've been messing with other stuff. But we get no TV. Anything we watch is Netflix. So yeah, if you see a 21 Day Fix infomercial, 21 Day Fix Extreme infomercial, and I'm on it, let me know. I want to know about this. So, but it could take a while. Like, this ball got rolling a year ago. Beachbody does a thing called their Beachbody Challenge, and when you complete a program, you submit your results and you get a free t-shirt and whatever. So I did 21 Day Fix Extreme for the first time starting in September 2015. Submitted my results, got my t-shirt, whatever. And then I did a bunch more rounds and I had a lot more drastic results. And my coach was like, you should resubmit, which I didn't even know you could do. But, okay, whatever. What's the harm? Maybe I'll get a smaller t-shirt because I needed a smaller one. So I resubmitted my results and I didn't hear anything for a long time. Didn't hear anything. Didn't get a smaller t-shirt either. You only get one shirt per program. But I don't know. That was maybe October last year, December. Somewhere in there that I resubmitted everything. In February, I got an email saying that I was the Beachbody Challenge daily winner. They have a winner each day that wins $500. So I had to fill out a bunch of paperwork and submitted that. I got paid end of March, beginning of May. And then I wasn't announced on the Beachbody website until April. So we went from like submitting around November to actually I was announced as a winner in April. And while I was doing the paperwork through February, they're like, oh, do you want to, our marketing department hey, quiet down, is interested in your story. Do you mind if I pass it on? And, sure, why not? So Autumn Calabrese used my story once that I saw on her Facebook page. The Shakeology Facebook page and blog used it a couple times, and I thought that was it. Until a few weeks ago when I got the email about the infomercial. And I was really surprised because I knew they had live auditions for that infomercial. And I knew of at least one person who had been called back for it. So I thought they had all their people, but I was like, okay, yeah, sure. What do I need to do? Tell me more. So then they gave me the list of everything I had to submit, and it was overwhelming, but it was really fun. Hopefully, I don't know. I don't think they're under any obligation to tell me if they use my stuff or not, but and I have no idea what the timeline is for the infomercial, but hey, keep your eyes out, and if you see it and I'm in it, I want to hear about it. So I'll see you next week.